I'm waking up.
All right, welcome back, guys. It's 2019. It's spring, and guess what that means? Not fishing, redoing all of our fishing line. That's right, getting off all of that old braid that's been gunked up from all that dirt and debris from the last season. We're gonna get all of it off, and if you're anything like me, I use anywhere from 8 to 10 poles while I'm out there. I have 4 trolling rods, and I have 4 to 6 casting rods, and I got to get all that old line off. So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna show you the shortest method. Stay with me, and I'll show you how to do it. All right, guys, so throughout the year, when you're running and you're trolling and you're casting, all this line gets old after quite some time. If you're anything like me, I lose anywhere from 400 to 500 yards of line trolling because when you're trolling, your lures are at the bottom all the time, and when they get snagged and you can't release them, out of the water, you end up losing not only the lure, but you end up losing the line with it. So I probably lost a few hundred yards, and I'm going to end up relining all of this. We'll get them off, we'll get some fresh line on there, and we'll be ready for trolling all over again. All right, guys, I have a set of braided line that I'm going to use. The stuff that I run is Piscifun braid. It's an 8 braid line. It's super strong, just like all of the other more expensive ones, but it actually does a really, really good job. I like to run the high vis lines, the high visibility yellow, and I like to run a white as well. It doesn't really matter what you use, as long as the braid is durable and it's non-stretch. Try them out yourself. I've used more expensive ones, and again, this just seems to work for me. It's less expensive and it does the job. The colors mean absolutely nothing, especially when you're running in dirty water, and especially when you're using an invisible leader anyway. But I like to use white. I like to use yellow because those are my favorite colors when I'm running. I like to use yellow for my deep running, and I like to use white for my shallow running trolling poles. That way I can tell the difference between the two, and I don't have to worry about trying to figure out which lure is on which. And it's easier to identify when I'm trolling and I'm letting the line out as well. The other one I like to use is the KastKing Super Power braided line. I use 30-pound line on all of my reels. This seems to be the perfect combination between strength and distance. And again, at 30 pounds, I can get quite a few feet off of this, 200 to 300 feet on one single reel. And it does the job as well. And especially when you're casting long distances with topwater baits, you want as much line as you can get without having to worry so much about the fish spooling you out. So this is what I use. Now, what we're also going to need is a pair of scissors, something you trust, small ones, large ones, it doesn't matter. We're just going to use this to cut some line. We'll also need 1 or 2 pencils that are laying around the house. And if you have kids, you know what I'm talking about when I say I have about 1,200 of these in all kinds of colors. You'll find them in the bathroom sink, in the load of laundry you have, in your back pocket when you least expect it, underneath the couch, in the bed, on the bed, anywhere. You'll find these in your house if you have kids. The other thing you're also going to need is some tape, Scotch tape, electrical tape, anything will do, including boogers. That works too, but probably won't be using boogers. I like to use my electric drill. This does the job, and I don't have to worry about the cords, but you can also use the corded one. It probably has a higher RPM, and you can probably do this job faster, but this does all I need, and it's portable, and it makes me happy, so I'm going to use that. Last but not least, you need 2 of these. These are mandatory. I have no idea how the job's ever going to get done unless you have 2 of these, so I highly recommend them. All right, guys, here we go. Before I get started, I'm going to insert the pencil in my drill, and I like to, just to get it going. It doesn't have to be super tight, but I like to tighten it enough so it locks in place. And then we have that available, and then we'll get a piece of tape. And then it's real simple, guys. We're just going to cut the old line off, and you have to set the rod in spool release mode. Usually it's just a quick lever like this on mine. Okay, that way it comes out freely. Now, we're just going to get it started, and we'll just tape a piece of this. Doesn't matter how you do it, really. And let's go. It's like this. Once it gets started, it'll take a couple minutes. You can see my line counter. That's about how fast you lose line when you're snagged. You can lose up to 100 feet, 200 feet on a snag when you're going 2.5 miles an hour, and it doesn't feel that way. But this much line will probably take you, I don't know, 2.5 minutes. Right when you get towards the end, you want to run it a little bit slower. There we go. That's it. Just going to cut this off right here. It's that simple, guys. And you just cut the end of that, and you can re-spool. It's that simple. All right, guys, see? That took all of 2 minutes. Now you're ready to re-spool, reline, get some fresh line on there, and that's all it takes. It's that simple. I know. All of you are like, Rick, why do you need a video to show us how to unspool line? To that, YouTube, I say, why not? Huh? Why not? It's not like any of us are fishing anyway. Weather's been terrible. Water's been dirty. You can't get out there. I can't get out there. Why can't I make a video like this? Huh? It's not like we can get out on the water. It's not like I'm going to see you out on the water for another 2 weeks anyway. Know what I mean? Happy fishing, and you're welcome.
Finally got one. First fish of the morning. Ate that like a champion.